Hello all, MediEvil Fan number 7 here. Happy Halloween month, everybody. We're back with more MediEvil, because what better time to replay it? We are here with Return to the Graveyard. In the previous part, we went through the Graveyard, Cemetery Hill, and the Haunted Mausoleum. And, well, this part we're doing Return to the Graveyard, where we'll be playing basically the Graveyard level half in reverse, and then we'll be going down a different path that will have unlocked because of a key we got from the Haunted Mausoleum. We can't use the key in the Graveyard, like it has to be returned to the Graveyard. And this level's music absolutely slaps. I obviously did love the whole soundtrack growing up, but I was just listening to the soundtrack recently on Spotify because the tracks have been uploaded to Spotify. I just listened to it through headphones. I thought, God, I've never appreciated this track enough because the soundtrack to Return to Graveyard is just so powerful. I feel like so many soundtracks in modern games just don't really do it for me. There's a lot of games I love nowadays, but I don't really remember their soundtracks. Like, I love the games and the stories and that, but I feel like when I think of soundtracks, I think of MediEvil, you know, because this game just had such amazing sounds in it. But, yeah, let's just jump into Return to the Graveyard. This soundtrack was actually remastered for Haunted Ruins in the MediEvil Resurrection version. Yeah, like I was saying before, it's only the skinny zombies in this level and the headless ones. None of the pink-trousered zombies and green-shirt zombies and the white-clothed zombies in this one. But they do come out as zombies. They do come out as zombies! They do come out coffins, however. And there's a hidden area here. It's not so much hidden, though, in Resurrection, because you kind of have to go this way, but let's see if we can time this right without dying. Yeah, this bridge will collapse, and there we go. And hopefully we don't die making this jump. But yeah, if we jump on this coffin here, other than the hidden area in Dan's crypt, I can't think of any areas I would consider hidden, exactly. Unless it means ones like the Combine Harvest area and Scarecrow Fields and that. But yeah, this is a hidden area. Yeah, thankfully we didn't die there. We only need one vial. I don't think I actually discovered this hidden area until many years after I started playing. You can actually jump on those coffins. There we go. Who's a clever skeleton then? Remember that there are many more secret areas like this throughout the land of Galamir, some offering more than just treasure. Yeah, see, like, some of them will offer actual quest progression or, like, offering chalices and such. So I think it does include the part with the Combine Harvester and Scarecrow Fields because you do kind of have to go out of your way to get that, unlike Resurrection, which we will get to when we actually get to that level. So we'll just use the hammer to all this level because the hammer just works great on the zombies. Mostly kill them in one hit. Oh, my apologies. One sec. I don't know why the image is going funny here. There we go. Hopefully that should have stopped now. But yeah, like I was saying, yeah, the hammer works just fine for these enemies here. But as you can see, there's only the headless ones and only the skinny ones. Yeah, so there's the skinny ones that like look like they're wearing armor, and the other ones that just look like they're wearing dirty clothing. It's funny when you look at their faces zoomed up in the character model, look at the wiki and that, because their faces look really like stick men and really dark, but because you see them from so far away, you don't really notice it here. But isn't the soundtrack so amazing? I do love the Return to the Graveyard soundtrack. I'd say the Return to the Graveyard soundtrack is the soundtrack of MediEvil. You hear like traces of it a lot through so many of the other levels. You hear like little elements of it, like sampled in all the other levels of MediEvil, and you even hear it in certain parts of MediEvil 2 as well at times. Like in Tyrannosaurus Rex, for example. Oh god, the controller was kind of drifting there. Oh, I like how he just landed on his back like a pancake. I also like the effect that the hammer gives. The little dome that it protrudes. It protrudes rings around him in MediEvil 2. Let's see if we can get these, yeah, there we go. I was going to wait until them two drop down from his chest. Yeah, when you see their souls drop down, they're always purple and blue, or pink and blue. But when their souls go up, it's always red and pink and yellow. You never see the blue spirits and go upwards. A very small detail, I just happened to notice. I still don't need anything from Merchant Gargoyle, because I used the hammer to defeat the Guardians of the Graveyard. Yeah, if you crush these hands, you actually get a coin. It may just be one coin, but every little helps, I suppose. The vials do give you a lot more in MediEvil 1 than in MediEvil 2, so yeah, I must have been pretty low in health just then. In MediEvil 2, they give you only like a fifth of a life bar filled, but this gives you about 70% of a life bar. Yeah, they're very forgiving with the health they give you in MediEvil 1. They do up the difficulty in a few ways in MediEvil 2. go. We crushed up the balcony that one before, just landed flat on its back, but then we killed it, looked funny. Right, well... Actually, no, I'll kill them before I go to this life fountain in case we lose health. They take up quite a big chunk of your health. They take up about 50 health bars, so whatever you do, just let them hit you. It's funny, because the ones that are from the first level, and this one, you know, the regular ones, like the ones wearing the white clothes and, you know, the pink trousers, I think they only do like 10 damage to you, or 20 damage to you in the Graveyard of Cimmery Hill, but they actually do more damage to you in inside the Asylum. I think they do like 50 damage to you. Same enemies, but they do more damage to you. So yeah, be wary of that. Inside the Asylum can be a pretty tricky level in your first playthrough, and it was pretty tricky with the cursed helmet on the remake. I'm just crushing those hands just for a couple of coins that we don't really need, but it's just fun to crush the hands. I do believe it's actually a trophy to crush a number of hands in the remake. And then we get the wolves here. We only have the wolves in this one area of the game, and they're never to be seen for the rest of the game. But in Resurrection, they're in Sleeping Village as well. Yeah, that wolf never stands a chance. Every time like it just spawns that I kill it before it even stands up. But yeah, the wolves are relatively easy enemies to defeat. Not menacing at all. I think I told there's probably only like 5 wolves to defeat in the level, and they're never seen again after it. This one seems to be taking a bit of a beating. I like his little green stick arms. They look like blades of grass. God, I got those words mixed up there. Here we are, the Undertakers. Let's read this. Want to be faster on your feet? Want to be able to bash down walls by charging into them? All you have to do is defeat the evil guardians of the graveyard to gain this new ability. You will never know why you left the grave without it. Yeah, you can bash down walls when you're doing dash. I thought you could. I think you can break boulders too, but for some reason, in MediEvil 2, it's just used for basically going faster and making longer jumps. It's removed the feature where it actually breaks walls and damages enemies in MediEvil 2. Don't know why. Maybe it was just an oversight, or maybe they did it on purpose to make it harder. I don't know. The last 2 wolves here before the Guardians of the Graveyard. There we go. There's not really that many wolves in this graveyard, but in the remake there's quite a few, well, when I say remake, I mean Resurrection, but there's quite a few wolves. And then they come back in Sleeping Village. It's pretty cool you see the wolves more in Resurrection. I do love this level's music. I'm so glad it comes back in Pumpkin Serpent. We're not quite done with it yet. I also just like staring at the chalice before it's full. I remember when I was younger I used to just always like standing next to it, just... Wait, I just noticed you actually can't see your reflection of in this one. In MediEvil 2, you can actually see Dan's... you can actually see the chalice reflect up in Dan, which I thought was a pretty cool detail. We'll see when it's full if it does it. But yeah, you can't see Dan's reflection of it there. Oh, a pretty cool detail as well when you kill the enemies. I don't know if this is the case in the remake or Resurrection, but yeah, when you defeat enemies near a chalice, you actually see their souls flying towards it. Which was something I never really noticed until my many years of playing the game, but I think it's a pretty cool detail that when their souls go up in the air, if you defeat them near a chalice, you see their souls go in the direction of the chalice. I think in MediEvil 2 you see their souls go in the direction of the chalice from further away, but... Yeah, you'll notice it here when I kill this guy next to the chalice. Wait. Hopefully it does it with this one. It doesn't seem to do it with all the enemies. But like, as you see there, the souls went in the direction of the chalice. That was something I never always noticed growing up, but... Yeah, I think that's pretty cool detail that they added to the game. And you just thought again there. This one should get 100%. Yeah, we're definitely gonna need that life out in a moment. I've been very wasteful of my resources here. Oh yeah! The chalice doesn't reflect off of Dan. In the MediEvil 1, I never noticed that. But yeah, in MediEvil 2, you'll notice that the chalice in that and other collectibles will reflect off of Dan. Like when the chalice is like glowing purple, you'll see Dan like glowing purple next to it. Let's see if I can knock him into the water. Yes, we did. Yeah, I agree with what my viewer slash friend Crash Stefano was saying on my stream the other day, that I kind of do prefer like the boggy, like purple and blue marsh from the original MediEvil rather than the green Pills the Ancient Dead and Pills the Ancient, yeah, and Resurrection. Right, so we definitely leave that life vial up there. So initially what the game wants you to do here, well actually we might backtrack there in a second because I believe there is a life vial or money to get. And the other way up. I don't know what you call that swirly thing. I guess you call it a whirlwind, like they call it on Spiral. Just call it that. But you get basically a magical trail that like sends you upwards here to 2 paths. don't know if this, for some reason, the Undertaker series feels like it could have been part of a different level initially. I've probably been looking too much at the beta. But yeah, this part wants you to do the objective of pushing these boulders, well, I guess you say boulders, they're more like blocks, into the water so you can step across them to the boss, but you don't really need them because you could just literally walk onto this platform like this. But I think it's in case you missed anything beforehand, like a child or something, that you could like jump back across them to start the level, because which actually maybe that might not be the case, because I remember in the original, once you go past this gate you can't return, but in the remake you can go back through the level, which is cool. But make sure that if you're wanting to fill up with this fight, you don't go too far ahead, because I think you only could take like 2 steps ahead of it before it pulls you into the boss fight. Yeah, so make sure you don't go a little bit too far ahead of life fighting if you're wanting to fill up those life balls. Make sure you're stood directly inside of it. I don't know why I did that there, but yeah. Okay, I've fucked up there, but if you're quick enough, you can actually get a good few hits on him before he goes invincible, and you can get like half of his health off before he vanishes. But yeah, they're a really easy boss fight as well. I'm actually glad that in the remake that they did sort of amp the difficulty up a bit of the bosses, because most of the bosses were pretty easy in the original MediEvil, but I think they were meant to be more difficult, but I think there was like phases of the boss fight they ended up not making it to the final cut. Like the Guardians of the Graveyard and Pumpkin Serpent were really easy in the original. I just see the Pumpkin Serpent's a really easy boss fight in the original, where a lot of people don't even lose any health. As you can see, that was a very easy boss fight. And now we have the Daring Dash ability, and that's been returned to the graveyard. Very fun level, absolute banger of music. But the music stopped now, it stops after that boss fight. But in the remake, there's a little crypt or a doorway here. I actually don't know what you would call it, but there's like a doorway where you see the Easter egg of Mr. Apple inside of it. I don't know what Mr. Apple is a reference to, but I know it's like a little inside thing with the production crew.
Pearls go this way, pearls go that way. Nasty, painful death waits round every turn and over every hill. Bon voyage.
Bon voyage. So basically what I mean about that is like the paths start dividing here. We've got a path that goes to Seaton Village, path that goes to Enchanted, path that goes to Scarecrow Fields. I think when I was younger, I can't remember who it is, my sister would be able to tell you this. I think it actually was my sister who was the first one to get past Scarecrow Fields, because I remember that was a level we were kind of struggling with as a family. It's kind of like a family game, MediEvil, because me, my mum, and my sister used to always play it as kids. But, well, my mum wasn't a kid, obviously, but, I think my sister was the first one to get past it, but I don't think she got the chalice. I think growing up, when I became more of the diehard MediEvil fan, I was the first person to actually like got through levels 100% and committed to ever discovered how to complete them properly first time. But yeah, Scarecrow Fields, it's mostly just the scarecrows themselves that make the level hard.
Bravo, Fortescue! Some of the other chaps wagered Zarok would be using your ribcage as a toast rack by now, but I knew you'd pull through. Here, I have a little extra something here I can give you. Could help the old quest. You want it?
No, I don't think I'll bother. I'm joking now, I'll take it. Give me the money! I'm gonna have to be spending a lot of money now that I'll soon be getting the enchanted sword, because you have to keep retopping that up. And we'll have to make do with that. It's basically a sword you have to make do with until you get the magic sword, which is basically a permanent enchanted sword. Which is what we'll get in our next visit to All Heroes. There's times you don't get weapons from All Heroes, but it's very useful getting money and life balls and life vials. There's times where you might have had like a really stressful boss encounter, and then you're awarded with life vials at the end of a level, which is really cool. I wonder if they intended to add more weapons if they added more levels, though. Because towards the end of the game, you don't really get any weapons, I don't think, after the Gallows Gauntlet point. It's just items you get. It's now up to Scarecrow Fields. It's been a while, actually, since I played the original Scarecrow Fields. When I say a while, it's a few months. Knowing me. But I think I recall it's mostly just the Scarecrows that make this one hard. The Scarecrows are not hard at all in the Resurrection remake, but the PS4 remake, they definitely amped the challenge up a little. But yeah, let's look at this intro cutscene. I just think this FMV cutscene was so creepy. In the remake, it's not so much like that, but yeah. The Scarecrow here used to scare me when I was younger. I was a pussy. I love this level's music. This level's music is actually used inside the Asylum remastered on MediEvil Resurrection. And this level's design is very similar to MediEvil Resurrection's as well. There's a bit more in it to do, though. This one. The scarecrows are almost unstoppable, so don't be a hero. Try trapping them while you make your escape. But nah, we do actually have to kill them if we want to stand a chance of getting the chalice. Do they not come awake? I'm pretty sure those bats wake up if we move past a certain point. Or maybe they're not bats. I do know that they... Oh, wait, no, the scarecrows sent bats towards us. So, they are tricky. They do... If they pin you into a corner, that is your weakness with them. Just make sure they don't pin you into a corner. Just keep sending them backwards. Just get one charge swing on them with a hammer, and then just spam X in them. Just to keep launching them back from you. Don't let them get too close to your pin you in. And yeah, see, like, we didn't even use light ball there, killing those two scarecrows. They're manageable. They do have a lot of hit points, and they can be annoying if they spam a lot of hits on you. Luckily, it's not like MediEvil 2 that they can stun lock you by constantly hitting you, where they cancel out your hits. But yeah, these farmers here... Yeah, they're not in Resurrection, probably enough. They're replaced with haystack enemies. But yeah, these farmers here, when I was younger... I don't know if any of you've ever heard of that show called The Kumars, but I always think that those farmers sound like they were saying Kumars. But in the American version of the game, these haystacks can't be burnt down for some reason, but in the European version, they can. And only 2 farmers come out of that one, but quite a few come out of this one over here. But yeah, this level basically just serves as just a passing through level to make our way on through to Pumpkin Gorge, because we need to see the Pumpkin Witch to get a dragon gem for them. But it's a lot of fun level, this one. I love the music to it. I like the remade soundtrack that they gave it in MediEvil Direction, the completely new soundtrack they gave. It also went well with it, but I also think this level, the soundtrack goes well with it too. I'll just wait a little bit so another one jumps out. Can't remember. I think we may have killed the maximum in that one. So now let's light the club. Because yeah, if you burn it down before the maximum number of enemies comes out of them, no more enemies will come out of them, and you may potentially rob yourself of a chalice. So be sure that you have killed the exact amount that come out of it before burning the haystack down. Yeah, I don't even think... Do not interfere. I do not even think in the Japanese version these can be burned out. It's literally only in the PAL versions of the game you can burn down the haystacks for money. I don't know why they changed that in the US version game. Maybe they were just not programmed in or something. Maybe they had every intention of adding it. Yeah, make sure you have killed those scarecrows at the start before you push that cart to the side, because I don't think you can actually get back to the start of the level after you pushed it in this original version. Yeah, so you can't get back to the very start, so make sure you have killed them before you go over there. There we go, we got money. We've got lots of money actually right now, so we're definitely saving up for our weapons later on. And here's our first mecha imp. Oh yeah, I forgot to mention the imps do come back in this level, but only 2 of them, because they're the pilots of these mecha imps. Which they sort of make a comeback in MediEvil 2, but as elephants. The imps have elephant bots at the freak show instead of these mecha imps. Which I think that it was a pretty cool use of making them come back. Like, they really fit well to the freak show. MediEvil 2 was so good, it definitely is a remake. But basically, what we get that rune from them for is to open a door to collect another rune to open another gate. So basically, a rune for a rune for a rune. We're gonna get that club to 100%. And I think we get a life vial soon. Yeah, when I was younger, I definitely remember this Scarecrow Fields being a lot more difficult than it is now, but I think it's also because I know what I'm doing now on the game. I remember when I was younger, I think my sister was the first person to get past the level, but she wouldn't get the chalice. It's a chalice that's easy to miss. I'll give her that. So they made it so you have to kind of have to go your way to get it. And I think that's what they mean about how they say, like, some hidden areas offer more than treasure. Because you have to go past a whole load of booby traps to practically the end of the level. And it's very easy to miss, actually, the harvester piece, but we need to get a combine harvester piece near the end of the level, and then backtrack, put the harvester piece in, and then get the chalice, which we will be doing. But I think after I record this walkthrough, I'm going to redo my long play with no commentary. I've done a long play of the remake of PS4, but I did it with the original game's background music. It's because I really love the original game's background music, but also because the new game music is copyrighted. So it was just a way of working around that as well. So for 2 reasons. Oh, we broke our shield. Yeah, well, we got a silver shield here. I think it's our first silver shield we get in the game, unless we got... Oh, no. I tell a lie. We got one in Return to Graveyard. But we still get some copper shields at this point in the game, because we get a copper shield in this very level later on, in the room with the combine harvester, and we get one in the Enchanted Earth. I think that copper shield we get in the game is in the Enchanted Earth, actually. Oh wait, I might choose the crossbow there. We should have just enough there. This one breathes fire unlike the last one, but he may as well not do, because like if you just go under him and just fire at him, he won't even get a chance to breathe fire on you. So yeah, he's not any more difficult than the previous one, really. And if you... Oh, okay, they're not like the elephants from MediEvil 2. But yeah, if you walk into like their feet and that as they're dying, they still damage you. So yeah, don't walk. If you're playing MediEvil 2 and you defeat the elephants, don't walk into the elephant as they're dying because they still damage you. There we go. Put the earth rune in there. There's quite a few runes in this level then. There's the earth rune, star rune, moon rune. Oh yeah, no, never mind. There's the moon rune to open the door to get the earth rune to open the earth rune door. I think it's kind of funny that how it's basically a rune for a rune for a rune. We'll just kill more of those Kumar's enemies. Let's read this book. There's a trophy, I think, for reading all the books in the remake. Or there's one for getting all the journal entries, which some involve reading books. Kalkatura, the Serpent Lord. Kalkatura, that's his name. Yearns to fight alongside you, but has been captured by Zarek and sealed within a chest. Free the Almighty. And I tried to remember the name of that dragon when playing it other times. Kalkatura. He's a friendly dragon that helps us along our quest. But then there's one that you may mistaken for that in the Gal's Gauntlet, but he's actually the evil serpent of Galamir that actually damages you. But you can kill it though. Oh, chance percentage is 69. But yeah, we'll equip him in a second to take care of some scarecrows for us to make it a bit easier for us. Death waits in the cornfield. Pick your route carefully and do not linger in the corn. You can actually cheat here. It is possible that if you time a daring dash jump here, you could perfectly time jumping over there. I could die a lot trying, but it is possible you can get over there without needing the harvester piece. But we'll play the level properly. I'm not going to cheat. I'll get the harvester piece like we're meant to. But yeah, if you time a jump perfectly, you can get over there without needing the harvester piece. Plus, since I'm recording, I'll probably make a kill myself and flop several times anyway, and I don't want to risk that. Right, we'll get out Kalkatura now, because there is still a few... Well, we'll read this book first. These fields are home to many mad machines, yet the most bizarre of them is housed within this barn. Yeah, that'll be the harvester piece. So we'll just grab this money first. Oh god. Yeah, that parasite there almost killed me. When you see these little steamy trails like flying towards you in the corn, that means that there's obviously that creature flying towards you twice. So don't stay in the corn too long because you will lose that whole life ball. But there is some scarecrows here, so we need Kalkatura to kill them for us. There we go, he makes our job so much easier because he kills them in a matter of seconds. Did he kill that one? Did he kill the... I think he did. There we go. We'll lead him to this one over here. The scarecrow over by this windmill that I wanted to take care of. And I think that's all the scarecrows that we're worried about taking care of in the level. Come on, Kalkatura. Yeah, because he's only on the time limits, that's why I'm just hurrying here now, but we don't want to go this way yet. I mean, we could go this way now, actually. Yeah, we could, because we'll just get the harvester piece while we're here. But we have to go through all these booby traps first. This part is in Resurrection, but it doesn't have these little holes that you jump down for cover. Right, it doesn't matter if there's still some lingering Kumar's enemies. We could probably get Kalkatura to kill them now, but I was mostly concerned about the scarecrows because he just instantly kill them for us. Like the farmers are no bother at all. I don't mind killing them myself. I really don't mind damaging myself either. I didn't navigate that well at all. There we go. Yeah, all these same traps are in MediEvil Resurrection, but they're in a bit of a different order. Right, this one, as you can see, these saws have a particularly wide gap between two of them, so you have to basically make your jump when that happens. Or you could be impatient like me and just jump across and get lucky like that. Right, this one here, basically all these saws just ping at you in rapid succession, so basically just jump and daring dash and hope for the best and don't get damaged like I did there. And there we go, that's the harvester piece that can be very easily missed. Some people might just choose to miss if they struggle with the level and just want to get through in one piece. But no. We're taking the challenge of going back through these booby traps. And grabbing our chalice. We want all the chalices, 100% of the game. Unless we're doing a no chalice run. I think for my charity stream I might do a no chalice run of the other MediEvil games, but I've done my fair share of no chalicing on the MediEvil remake, god. I think it's to be more manageable than a charity stream within a time limit. Oh, I thought I almost did that with the dignity damage. Damn it. Right, we haven't got to the chalice yet, but we do still have a few farmers to defeat. I just seem to keep arriving at that windmill in perfect timing. of when the broken propeller comes past. Right, quite a few come out of this one, so I think we'll get 100% chalice off of this one. If not, I know that there's still another one that we haven't burned down yet. There we go. I think we'll take the time to burn that one down now, because they still appear out of them as it's burning down, so... There we go. Set them on fire. There we go. Sorry for that bit of lag there. For some reason, fire always seems to make my game lag on these games. I will burn down both these haystacks just to get the monies. We like the monies. There we go. Did I get the money from here before? No, I didn't. Oh. Yeah, I was a bit ahead of myself before. Yeah, this game's a lot more generous with it. Well, everything really. In MediEvil 2, I think you get about this much money by the time you're at the end of the game. That's with exploring all the hidden areas. Yeah, you get so much money that you don't really need in MediEvil 1. In MediEvil 2, you do kind of need every coin that you find. Yeah, I was thinking that I'm pretty sure we poked him enough for him to just eventually just die. Yeah, you can speed up the burning process by smacking as it's burning down. Oh, it didn't kill that Scarecrow first. Well, we've got the child, so we don't need to go. I was certain it didn't kill the second Scarecrow. Calcatura, you flop. Wait, let's read this book, actually. I'm trying my best to actually read all the books in each part. The corn cutting machine is missing a part. A cog fell off this machine. Miracle worker. Miracle of modern agriculture, and hasn't worked since. It's not really a cog, in my opinion. It's literally a stone shaped like the number 1. At least that's how I always thought it looked. Would you call that a cog? Yeah, I always thought that the combine harvester just looked a bit like a buggy with spider legs, or a pram, which you might call it. It looks like a baby pram. Don't you think? There we go, get a copper shield from in there. Yeah, looks like a buggy, in my opinion. Yeah, even though we get the silver shield at this point in the game, we do still get a couple of copper shields, which is pretty cool. It's good to have two, because if one breaks, you can just equip the other. I like how Dan's sort of like auto-locking onto looking at the combine harvester there, like that, a detail, where his body's like moving in the direction of looking at the combine harvester. I know what I'm trying to say there, but I feel the words are coming out right. But yeah, I think this is one of the areas that they considered hidden in Return to Graveyard, where there's a chalice here and a life ball and treasure. So I think that's what it means when it says some offering more than treasure. I still don't need anything from the Merchant Gargoyle. I think the first thing I'll start buying from them is my broadsword. I would get like mixed up, because I know one of the games is called the broadsword and one of the games is called Enchanted Sword. They're the same sword, but MediEvil 2 and MediEvil 1, they're called either the Enchanted Sword or the broadsword, but I always forget which one's which. I think it is the broadsword in this one. We shall see though. I think there's a trophy in MediEvil remake called Enchant the Broadsword, so yeah, I think it's called the Broadsword in this, and the Enchanted Sword in MediEvil 2. I'm excited to be rewalking through this for Halloween, with a better mindset, and having grown up a little. Yeah, I wasn't in the greatest mindset. I was in a pretty dark time in my life when I did quite a lot of my old walkthroughs, to be honest, so I'm glad to be going through all these old games again that I did. I have to say, considering the undead have taken over, they're taking very good care of their fields. It's a very fine looking piece of land there.
Pumpkin Gorge, dead ahead. The nursery
Pumpkin
to Galloway's
Gorge, dead
favourite
ahead.
side dish. Step inside and understand the true horror of fruit gone bad.
Because once a good fruit goes bad, they gone forever. Oh, and this next level will be perfect for a Halloween video, just because they've been pumpkins. What better level for Halloween? But, oh god, I had such a cringe intro I did for my original walkthrough of Pumpkin Gorge that I might actually share with you in this video when I edit it. If I do edit it, actually. I don't even know if I'll need to. If you ever want to check out, it'll be on my old video though.
Fortescue, you jawless arrow magnet, what are you doing back here?
Huh? What, me?
What? Call me Mr. Woden the Mighty. How I pity
Yeah, he's scared when I was younger. He was very angry.
that their fate should once again be in the hands of a chump like you.
Just yells.
I suppose it's not fair to take it out on them.
I won't take it out on
Take
them.
my
So I'm
sword
not doing
and
this
do
for
try
you.
not to stab yourself in the foot. You know, I've always had my doubts about you, Fortescue. You're just not carved from hero material.
Look, I'm smiling by saying that, smug bitch. We'll show you. What do you know, Baldy? There we go. Give us your mediocre sword. Dark Steadfast is better. Oh, you suck. Oh, sorry, what am I? Oh, okay, it's called Broadsword in this. So it'll be called the Enchanted Sword in MediEvil 2. So this will be the first time I'm actually buying something from the Merchant Gargoyle. Because I do want to enchant it. But make sure... It's kind of annoying, unlike MediEvil 2, because you only get one weapon slot in MediEvil 1, which is... I like about the MediEvil remake. They actually added that feature from MediEvil 2, where you have 2 weapon slots. But it's annoying, because every time you're not using the Enchanted Sword, you have to keep manually going into your select, choosing a hammer. Because as long as you have it equipped, the charge in it goes down. So I don't want to keep it out when I'm not using it, because I don't want to waste the charge on it. But it has 100% charge, and I think it, like... every second 2% of it goes down. So I think overall the sword only lasts about a minute at default. I don't know the exact timing on it. But here we are on into Pumpkin Gorge. I think I remember this level, I think we did get past the Nobother when I was younger. I think sometimes we would skip the chalice because it was a pretty easy one to forget. But I remember I died a lot at the mushroom platforms. I found it quite hard to jump across those mushrooms as a kid. I find something very pretty about the level logo for this one. That's not quite how the level looks. But yeah, MediEvil Resurrection's take on this level looks really different to this one. But yeah, I love this level's music. This level's soundtrack does sound very much like it would be A Nightmare Before Christmas or something. I don't know what it is about it, but it does sound very Tim Burton-esque, this one. But I think this level more perfectly represents Halloween. I love that orange little juice that just bursts out of the pumpkins when you hit them. You don't get any chance percentage for destroying the pumpkin bombs, but they're just fun to hit. Even those pumpkin bombs come back in MediEvil 2. It's actually pretty clever, the level they made them come back in MediEvil 2. Kew Gardens. Yeah, they're in 2 levels in this one, but they come back for just 1 level in MediEvil 2. But I do like that they do make it come back in MediEvil 2. Here we are. Our first trip to the Merchant. There we go. We have to keep manually selecting and unselecting our sword because we only have 1 weapon slot. Oh my god. My camera isn't serving me well down here. There we go. And then we have to put our hammer away. We have to come back here later to get the chalice, which is down here behind this wall. Very easy one to miss if you're not paying attention. But you have to make it all the way to the end of the level and then go all the way back to the very start once your chalice is full. Yeah, in MediEvil Resurrection, they actually do have this level soundtrack coming back in their version of this level. Obviously remade, but some of the levels don't have their originally assigned soundtracks in MediEvil Resurrection. Oh, okay, so yeah, Daring Dash can't break down boulders, just walls it can break down. Okay, I couldn't remember if it could break down boulders or not. We got some that appear too. Some of the pumpkins are a bit more manic than others. Like, some of the pumpkins, like, move at a rather reasonable pace, but if you see them with, like, flickering heads, like their head looks like a lantern, if you see their head, like, glowing, they seem to attack at a faster rate. They don't seem to all do it, but you'll notice some of the pumpkins are a bit more hyper than the others. Just something I have to notice. But we haven't seemed to come across any of those ones yet. And there's one hidden behind here. I'm not going to put my sword away yet. There we go. We're not even giving them a chance to move. Yeah, MediEvil Resurrection, the pumpkins look strange. Oh, that one there! That was about to be one of those pumpkins. Did you see his head, like, glowing yellow? Yeah, they just move a bit faster, attack a bit faster, but they're not really a problem if you just kill them super quick. But yeah, I think they're basically just, like... they've been injected with some kind of serum that's making them act faster. I'm not entirely sure what the part of Zark's spell where some of them are a bit more hyper than the others. Right, here we go. This little elevator in here, you can actually... I'll probably flop here just with my elevator controller, but you can actually do this part without having to even use the elevator. Okay, I'm not trying to walk out of the room. But I remember this part where Al-Salam's just like, this must mean we've invented the elevator. Wait. Okay, we flopped to doing it there, but you can actually get across there It would have been easier to do on my PS1 controller. But yeah, you can actually daring dash across there, get those items, and daring dash back across without you need to use this elevator. But this is a lot slower than one Resurrection, and this is the only one though in the level. In Resurrection, I think there's like 2 or 3 of them. But you don't even have to like spin it all the way up. You only have to spin it part of the way up so that you are high enough to just jump on the ledge. There we go. But yeah, that elevator is used in Resurrection with 2 different parts. They have more use in Resurrection. That's the only thing we did it for in this one. Right, I might let some of these pumpkins spawn to see if any of them spawn with the glowing heads. Right, none of those ones seem to spawn with the glowing head. Yeah. I do love this level for Halloween. Oh, that part of the soundtrack, I always, me and my sister would always hear Hot Pockets. I don't know if they do that anymore. I think they do in America. They don't in the UK. But I remember they used to do the snack called Hot Pockets over here. An advert for them, they would go like, Hot Pockets. And every time that part of the track played, me and my sister would always hear that. When it go da da da. There we go, we need to absorb that damage with our shield. Up and down these magical mushrooms go. They will make you higher and higher, but be careful to not fall in sync without a trace. Yeah. For some reason, I think we did actually struggle at this part when we were kids, but not so much now. Find this part no bother now. I also like that detail of the dust, like the green dust that comes off the mushrooms as you go up on them. Like actually know, like the mold that grows on mushrooms at times, like the dust that would come off them. That's what I imagine that being, mold. There we go. That's the other thing I don't like with the broadsword, just having to like have that awareness to keep putting away every time you use it. So it isn't much better when you get the magic sword. But MediEvil 2 is a lot easier to manage it because you can just quickly switch between weapons using the L1 plus triangle. Or we'll just run past those. If you just like keep to the sides, you won't even get hit by those pumpkin bombs. Or if you use your shield as well. Now, let's see if this pumpkin is one of the ones that... No, we've not seen to counter any of them. I don't know what triggers it. I hope I'm not imagining it, but I'm certain that some of them do behave a lot more hyper than others. I always thought that hut looked a bit like a witch when I was younger. I also always thought it was pretty interesting how that door opens after you walk through it. I used to always find that kind of funny. But we don't have to jump across those mushrooms anymore now that door is open, so we don't have to take that platforming anymore because we can take this shortcut instead. Hot Pockets. Oh yeah, I've got to put the rune in. I've never managed that. I don't think it's possible, but I always was curious to see if there's a way you can grab that time rune before it goes up in the air. No, it was just like, oh, there we go. That's the hyper pumpkin. Yeah, I was right. Some of them do have glowing heads. I never knew whether or not it was random where they spawn or not, or if they do have predetermined spawns. But yeah, some of the pumpkins have little glowing heads where I think they just attack faster and move faster than the other pumpkins. So I think that's the only difference between them. But with our broadsword, we won't even notice that, even though it's not very enchanted right now. But I'm just going to keep it out because it's still pretty good at default. But I will enchant it the next chance I get. We don't have to bring this all the way down. We just have to keep hitting these tentacles, these roots, until this will gradually lower the more we hit it. It's like encased in some kind of egg or a cocoon in the remake, which looks kind of cool actually. But we don't have to hit it all the way down. We just have to hit it low enough to where we can grab it. Doesn't seem... Yeah, oh yeah, it's low enough. There we go. You can hit it all the way down if you want, but you don't have to. No, let's use our hammer to break this down. We will still need the club at other points in the game where we have to light things, but other than that we'll just be using the hammer. The hammer is just like a permanent club, and the magic sword is like a permanent broadsword. Okay, that's the end of the level over there, but we are not going there yet. I'm actually just using the hammer on these pumpkins, since we don't have a fully charged sword anyway. This is one of the first levels where you have to kill practically all the enemies to get up to the chalice. I think there's only like one enemy remaining between 100% in this one. I also think that the venom that they spit from far away looks pretty. I don't know why. It kind of reminds me of tomato soup. I don't know why. But if you get too close to them, they like spit like... They like stab you with their tentacle tongues. But if you're too far away from them, they spit venom at you. Yeah, they attack very similarly in MediEvil 2, but they're a bit harder in MediEvil 2 because they like can block your hits from the front with their leafy arms. So you're best to kill them from behind on MediEvil 2. But yeah, like as you can see, there was only 2 enemies remaining there after we got 100% of chalice. Hot Pockets. So it's so easy to actually not want to get the chalice when you first play this level, or just flat out forget it. But yeah, we have to go all the way back to the beginning of this level. It's actually quite an easy one to miss, if I think of it, because it's a quite well hidden one, this chalice. But Me being a medieval enthusiast, I do know where it is. And I'll get it after I chop up in this health fountain. Here we are. This little ramp here is also a medieval resurrection. The ramp's a lot longer medieval resurrection and it leads to a more important room. That one just leads us to a life vial and some money. But I think that room there and this room there are the only things that resemble the original Pumpkin Gorge in Mid Resurrection. Other than that, the level looks completely different. And the fact that the Pumpkin King is actually a part of the Pumpkin Gorge level in Resurrection. That the Pumpkin Serpent is a separate level entirely in this one. Which I think is pretty cool. It does actually work well at its own level. There's a chalice in it. The Pumpkin Witch. I like how in Resurrection she actually does look like a witch, but this one she just looks like a floating pumpkin with a woman's head. Here we go, the chalice is down here. I didn't charge up at the gargoyle, which yeah, mistakes were made. I might actually, yeah, I'm going to take the time to look back around and go to him again, actually, because I would like to have it charged up for the next level, because we're not able to access the Merchant Gargoyle until after we defeat the Pumpkin Serpent, so yeah, I'd rather have it earlier in that level. So we'll just take that trek back round. Oh, I ran past it. Oh wait, no, I didn't run past it. Silly me. It looked like the start of the level there. There we go. So it's like this level sort of split off into two paths with like a center area. And there's these two little extra paths here. Like, I think a lot of people would forget to explore the chalice path. There we go. That's his prep for Pumpkin Serpent now. It's also funny, there was a school teacher of ours. I don't think he supported her name, but her name was Mrs. Hardman, I think her name was. But my sister always thought that the Pumpkin Witch looked like her. Like our maths teacher in high school. It's been so long I can't actually remember what she even looked like. I don't even know if I had her as a teacher, but yeah. Fun little fact about us. I think there was maybe a mudslide level around about this point in the game, in the beta. It'd be cool, actually. I might actually see if I could somehow make that playable for me, because I'd really love to play the beta for you guys. Give me more medieval content to produce. It'd be pretty cool if there was like a thing like Spyro, where there's Spyro edit, if there was medieval edit, because there were so many things I would do medieval if I could. But I'm not a qualified game designer, unfortunately. I love the whole Halloweeny aesthetic of this level, like all these overgrown mushrooms and pumpkins. Like this level really does get your Halloween vibes going, like even the cheery music. This is Halloween. But the next level we get Return to Graveyard's music again, but funnily enough I actually feel it goes pretty well to Pumpkin Serpent.
Bow down before the master.
But I wonder if they intended to give every level its own soundtrack.
A prize-winning plant who can summon an army of cabbage with a wave of his noble tendril.
He's delicious.
He's nutritious. He's Zarok's secret recipe. He's the Pumpkin King.
Funnily enough, Pumpkin Serpent's are the level where it's easy to miss the chalice. I think it's one where, when I've been playing it with my sister and we're distracted talking, sometimes we do forget to pick it up. I remember when I was younger thinking, like, I'm certain I could see the Hall of Heroes on the map, the Galmir map at the very corner of my eye, but when you see the map in full in Google Images, you actually do see the Hall of Heroes at the side. It's actually pretty cool you see the Hall of Heroes on the Galmir map, even though it's like up in the sky. Do we talk to him again here? Yeah, we do.
Gaining allies in the Hall of the Heroes
is the way forward.
Hack, choppity chop. Off with a few zombies' heads, and it thinks it can redeem itself in battle. You still have a long way to go to rank as the best.
Well, one thing about this level, for some reason when me and my sister were younger, we kind of like overthought this level. We didn't actually think there was a hero behind this door. We thought that when the game was completed and we got all the chalices, like all the laughter we're hearing and the sound of people obviously laughing and having a good time, that there was a party going on behind this door that we'd only be able to get through once we got everything in the game. But now there's just a hero behind that door. Only when you're truly worthy as a hero will you be able to ascend to a higher level of this hall When you have paid homage to all of the heroes in the lower hall, the ghostly stairs will then become solid. Yeah, I remember when I was younger, it felt like it took forever to have those activate. It kind of goes a bit all over the place, because like, here, you visit him twice in a row. Downstairs, you visit Stan Yarn here twice in a row. You visit Woden the Mighty twice in a row. But then upstairs, you'll visit like her. You'll visit Ravenhooves. You'll visit Sterngard. And then you'll go back to her later. You don't visit the same heroes twice in a row. But yes, Woden just gives us some money here. This is our last visit to him because he's yellow.
By God, Fortescue, you must be the luckiest corpse ever to walk the face of the earth. I have something here I can lend to you. Take it or leave it, but remember, I'm only doing this for the sake of Gallomir's doomed population, and not for you, you
gangly buffoon. He's such a dick. He's like the only hero that just flat out insults Dan. All the other ones are pretty passive aggressive, like not being directly rude. But he's the one that just flat out basically says, "Oh, fucking hate Sir Daniel Fortescue." He just doesn't like us at all. Also, something about I actually really love the soundtrack, the Hall Heroes, the very eloquent soundtrack. But yeah, the Pumpkin Serpent, for some reason on the map, I always thought it looked a bit like a gooseberry. It looks like something you could just pluck and just eat. It's a little sweet. What do you think? It looks a little bit like a gooseberry or something like that. But yeah, the Pumpkin Serpent on the map. But for some reason, even though it clearly says Pumpkin Keg, when I was younger, I thought the Pumpkin Serpent was a girl. I don't know why, it just always struck me as very feminine, the Pumpkin Serpent. But here we are about to play it now, and you'll see the Pumpkin Witch that my sister still thinks looks like her math teacher in school. But I like how in One Direction the Pumpkin Witch actually looks like a witch. In this one, she's just like a pumpkin with a human head. The King Pumpkin sleeps. If you want an audience with this regal plan, you should mash all of his pod sacks. That sounds kind of rude. But yeah, in MediEvil Remake, it's actually pretty cool because like after you do the first phase, the boss fight, which is basically him dead in this version, more pods actually respawn and you have to destroy more of them and he regens his health. So there's a lot of phases to this boss fight, not Resurrection, MediEvil Remake. Well, as you can see, one of the hyper ones were there, but we killed them really quick. They don't manage us. But I'd say, like, out of all the medieval games, I'd say Pumpkin Serpent is probably the easiest boss out of them all. But in the medieval remake, they actually did make him somewhat of a challenge, which I'm really glad that they did. Gave the boss fights a bit more justice. It is rumoured that the Pumpkin Witch is in possession of a much sought-after dragon gem. If you have the Witch's Talisman, you can summon this kindly witch. Yeah, this witch is a bit nicer than the one from the forest, aka Helen Lederer. I mean, the one in the forest is nice if you do her bidding, which is kind of like a narcissist. If you don't do exactly what she wants, she'll absolutely drag you through the dirt. You're like, no reward for you, you worthless score. I kind of don't want to get a reward just so you can hear it, but nah, I'm not going to. Also, yeah, the gloop inside this cauldron, which doesn't have any animation to it, looks a bit like pea soup, in my opinion, or mushy peas. This is the only dragon gem I ever got when I was younger, until I discovered it to complete other levels.
Greetings, kind sir.
Yeah, just a pumpkin with a human head.
I'm like a mother to those pumpkins.
With a pumpkin stuck in her head.
All the love and care a young fruit could ever ask for. From the moment they first push a shoot above the soil, right up until their heads are cut off and eaten. And look, see how they repay me, running around and causing mischief. That nasty old big pumpkin has a bad influence on the young seedlings. If you teach him a lesson in manners, I might give you a nice present.
Yeah, this game, she's just like saying like, oh, where did this pumpkin serpent come from? And look at like how my babies repay me running around causing mischief. But she's basically saying that like this big nasty pumpkin, bad influence on her pumpkins. But the pumpkin serpent was actually, well, something that the Pumpkin Witch cherished in Midnight Resurrection. But I think because of his arc spell, I think he just sort of grew out of control and she couldn't bring herself to put him down. But in this, she just like says like, ugh, this disgusting pumpkin serpent, kill it please so that I can give you a reward. And she gives you an Anubis stone piece in Resurrection. But this, we get a dragon gem. Out of 2 dragon gems we need to summon the dragon boss to get the dragon armor for Gal's Gauntlet, which we get from the Crystal Caves, which I didn't know about as a much younger kid. But It is cool how this game does make you explore a lot of times. Like things you may miss in your first playthrough. And you might have to go backtrack a lot more if it's your first time playing. Unless you just look at walkthroughs like most people do nowadays. But yeah, I'm pretty sure your first playthrough of this, there'll be plenty of times where you'll have gone through a level and you'll have not picked up an important item. That you will have to like go back and explore levels to see things you missed. Luckily I know where all those things are now. Yeah, we're having to do that thing again where we're only bringing out the broadsword and we're using it and then put it away. I always try to make sure to top up my broadsword before I exit a level, just so that it's filled up for the next one. Obviously that is until after the lake. Oh, we killed that one there with the pulsating head. So yeah, we can't actually get the chalice until after we defeat the Pumpkin Serpent. And we actually get an infinite number of enemies in this level. Like after we defeat the Pumpkin Serpent, an infinite number of pumpkins will spawn around the Pumpkin Serpent, so we basically just keep killing them until our chalice is full. Just got one more pod remaining here. Also, those tentacles are blocking the exit. Something looks so edible though about that pumpkin's head. You just want to just take a big chomp out of it. It just looks so perfectly round, doesn't it? There we go. Oh, behold this really difficult boss fight. Oh dear. I don't know how we're able to go through, guys. There we go. We don't really need those, but I might as well just use them since they're there. There's loads of boxes. But there we go. Look how easy that was for a boss fight. It just looks like he'd have been much more intimidating, but like, they definitely gave him justice in the remake, but yeah, if you've been collecting every chalice up to now, the broadsword just absolutely tears through him. But I know they said there was content that didn't make it to the game, in an interview of the developers of the new game, and they said like phases of the boss fight didn't make it to the final version, so I wonder if they actually did have it in the game files, so there was going to be other phases to the Pumpkin Serpent boss fight that they just didn't add. I really wish they did though, because like, he deserved to be a bit more tricky than that, because like, I wouldn't even say that's worthy of being a boss. Like, you kill him in a matter of seconds, you don't even get a chance to hear the badass boss theme. There we go, we get an infinite number of pumpkins that will spawn here, so we'll just keep killing them until our chalice is full. So yeah, don't keep on killing them just to make sure you kill every enemy in the level, because you'll be there all day, because they infinitely spawn. It's easy to forget to revisit the Pumpkin Witch here, because I have done it a few times where I forget to revisit her after defeating the Pumpkin Serpent. Yeah, she automatically spawns if we go near her here.
Most edifying spectacle, sir. Man and vegetable in a magnificent duel to the death.
I've come over all of a doodar.
I've come over all of a doodar. Here, have this lovely dragon gem as your reward. Oh, lovely, majestic creatures dragons are.
Thank you. Let me know if you're enjoying these longer parts as well. But my previous parts of like MediEvil and all that, I would do like just 1 or 2 levels per part. But I thought since the levels in MediEvil 1 are pretty short, I might as well just do longer parts. So I'm just having a good look at that PS1 graphic of that gem. Just need it all upscaled. There we go. Oh, I might as well get a second one just to get it all the way up to full. And just before we go into Sleeping Village in the next part, we'll get our sword back to full health. Even though I wouldn't really consider it health, but let's just say get our sword back to full health, full power, full enchantment. Get back there, not dumb, you guys. There we go. Give me that 1 coin. Every little helps. It didn't look full there, the chalice. It looked see-through to me. I love this little soundtrack. I love how we've heard it actually twice in this one part, because we heard it in Return to Graveyard and this one. We played Return to Graveyard, Scarecrow Fields, Pumpkin Gorge, and then this level. There we go, that has been Pumpkin Serpent. A very easy boss, indeed. I don't think we ever had trouble with that level when we were kids. And then we get the spear from Imanzi, who, bless her soul, got censored to holy shit in the remake. Like, half of her dialogue got removed. I don't know why. She doesn't say anything that provocative. She doesn't say anything like, oh, fist me, Daniel, or anything like, no, she's quite tame, in my opinion. Or maybe the line where it says, I love a man, it doesn't talk back. I guess maybe I could understand why that was censored, but I don't know. It didn't seem necessary what they did to her in the remake. I don't like what they did to her. But luckily you can play the old game in the remake as a reward.
Dan, tell me, what's a warrior queen gotta do to meet someone like you?
They just removed everything that implied that she fancied him.
Don't be shy, baby. I've seen you giving me the eye.
Apart from don't be shy, so you give me the
may
eye.
be weak and feeble like old men, but I like you, Daniel.
Oh no. Oh.
Oh, I love a man who doesn't talk back. I think if you return, I may take you for my husband.
Imagine went great after that.
Now listen up, sugar. Your bow and arrows are fine for itty-bitty jobs, but if you want to pack some serious heat, you should take this spear.
Oh, there we go. Now he's impressed. Like, oh, I'll sleep with you for a spear.
Think of me when you throw it.
Grip it tight now, and think of me when you... It's actually funny, because I know that, like, MediEvil Resurrection is a bit more of a child-friendly version of this game, but I think she was more provocative in Resurrection than she was in this, with, like, her butt and boobs jiggling about. But, yeah, the spear is a very strong weapon, very good projectile. You just don't have very many charges of it before having to go to the Merchant Gargoyle. But I'm going to save it there. Thank you so much for watching, everyone. I'll probably have this part uploaded on Halloween, and all the other parts maybe scheduled throughout November. Just because I think, because Pumpkin Gorge was in this part, I'll just put it up for Halloween, this one. But yeah, please give the video a like if you enjoyed, dislike if you didn't like it either. Either way, it helps the algorithm. Please subscribe and click that notification bell if you enjoyed. All my social media links are down below if you want to see when I post a video, whenever I go live on Twitch, or here sometimes. I have a Discord down below and a Twitter. But I'll see you all in the next part. We'll be playing Sleeping Village, the Asylum Grounds, Inside the Asylum, and the Ants Caves. I'll see you all next time. Take care.